More than 60 years later, one question still haunts America. Who really killed President John F. Kennedy? Was it truly a lone gunman? Or something much deeper, darker, and more organized? In this video, we dive into the newly uncovered documents, the lingering theories, and why, even in 2025, we may still not have the full truth. JFK's assassination on November 22, 1963, shocked the world. Officially, Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the crime, and killed just 2 days later by Jack Ruby. Case closed, right? But decades of investigations, witness testimonies, and government secrets tell a more complicated story. In 1964, the Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone, firing 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. No conspiracy, no cover-up. But from the very beginning, Americans weren't convinced. Why? Because the pieces didn't fit, and many believe they still don't. Let's break down why the official story has been so widely doubted. Multiple witnesses reported hearing shots from the grassy knoll, not just the book depository. Oswald's movements after the shooting were erratic, but not typical of a trained assassin. The magic bullet theory, which claimed 1 bullet caused 7 wounds in 2 men, has long been criticized as implausible. Why did Jack Ruby, a nightclub owner with mob ties, kill Oswald live on television? Add to that missing autopsy photos, sealed documents, and conflicting timelines, and it's easy to see why the doubts never died. Now let's look at the top theories, some still popular in 2025. The CIA theory: JFK was allegedly planning to dismantle the CIA after the Bay of Pigs failure. Some believe the agency had motive and the power to eliminate him. The mafia connection. The mob reportedly helped JFK's election in 1960. But when his brother, Attorney General Robert Kennedy, cracked down on organized crime, the relationship soured. The military-industrial complex. JFK's push to de-escalate in Vietnam and pursue nuclear disarmament angered defense contractors and Pentagon insiders. Lyndon B. Johnson's ambition. Some believe LBJ, Kennedy's vice president, stood to gain the most and may have been aware of, or complicit in, a broader plan. None of these have been proven, but all of them have enough shadows to keep people guessing. In late 2023 and 2024, several previously classified documents were released under the JFK Records Act. Here's what they revealed. The CIA withheld information about Oswald's connections to pro-Castro groups in Mexico. A memo confirms CIA officers were monitoring Oswald weeks before the assassination, yet took no action. New documents link Jack Ruby to organized crime figures more directly than ever confirmed. These updates don't prove a conspiracy, but they further undermine the lone gunman theory. A 2025 Pew Research poll shows 71% of Americans believe JFK's assassination was part of a conspiracy, up from 61% a decade ago. More than half believe the government is still hiding critical information, and many think the full truth may never come out, especially with some documents still sealed or heavily redacted. So, who really killed JFK? Maybe it was Oswald. Maybe it was something bigger. But the fact that we're still asking, 6 decades later, speaks volumes. One thing's for sure, JFK's death didn't just end a presidency. It ended America's belief that the truth would always be told. What do you believe happened in Dallas on that day? Drop your theory in the comments. We want to hear it. If you enjoy history, conspiracies, and real talk about power and secrets, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started.